I'm right.
Boom. So, what's the other guy named Justin? He going to trial. Do you think he should even go to trial, my nigga?
Man, I mean, right now I think either way he gonna get a life sentence. So he basically going to trial to get the life sentence. From what I'm looking at it, at least to preserve his rights. Because either way they gonna smoke him. So the plea that they coming to him with is not reasonable. So he has to, no matter how much evidence that they got against him, and people don't understand that. Like I heard a young lady on TikTok saying, all the evidence, he's so stupid and this and that. What you don't realize, that if he plead out, he might plead out to a life sentence or plead out to 80 years. So he might as well go to trial, fuck it. Go ahead and make him spend some money.
Right. Can you really label him a rat right now?
Yes, I can label him a rat because he's on a witness stand testifying against a man that's going to trial. Some would say, hey man, fuck that. That man did what he had to do, man. That nigga fucked that nigga over and this and that and blah, blah, blah. But that goes into the street code and the street justice. That's where you keep it at. But we can't never promote him sitting on the stand. I can't sit here on this platform or any other platform or even my personal life and say that anytime a man's sitting there on a witness stand and some nigga fighting for his life, no matter how crazy it may be of him fighting, or no matter what the behind the door circumstances was money wise, you can't testify against him, dog.
So he really supported it when the trial was.
Yes. or either took a plea. You know, you got some niggas, they might get three niggas on, you know what I'm saying, three of us on a robbery, and one of us think we can beat it, so we go on the trial, and the other two say, hey man, we give each other that, man, I'm gonna take these 5 years and get on up the road, and I done agreed when I signed this plea that I ain't coming back to testify against him or anything like that. No, I'm just taking my responsibility for the part I played in the robbery, you know, going about my business. Mm-hmm. I've done that. And Big Jook was big gangster, man. But Big Jook wasn't thinking, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about his envy in his heart for that boy, young Dolph, rest in peace, you know what I'm saying? It was so deep in his heart, man, he just wanted him gone. You dig what I'm saying? You know, that shit was transcended from the streets on to the, you know what I'm saying, into that music shit. You know what I'm saying? And it was deep. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think other parts of the world, we didn't know what was going on in Memphis, but this war had been fueling on in Memphis for years and years and years. You know what I'm saying? Them boys were taking shots at each other. I'm talking about verbally, man, talking real disrespectful. You know, when you go to talk about baby moms and kids and this and that and blah, 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 you know, this and that. Now, man, you know what I'm saying, my nigga, that's personal at that point.
Yo.
But as far as Big Jook, man, Big Jook would have been in a world of trouble had he not passed. He would definitely be indicted in some kind of RICO and tied up into this whole situation, there's no doubt. Because you got to think, niggas telling everything. You know, Jook, you know what I'm saying, Jook ass would have been on the way back to the penitentiary. It's too late for Justin to chill. Justin is going for broke right now. He all going for broke right now. As in, he's all in. You know, he ain't told nothing. You know what I'm saying, from my understanding. He just on there, you know what I'm saying. Like I said, in certain circumstances, imagine this right here. You 30 years old, right? You 30 years old, right?
26.
Okay, you 26 years old, and they say, either cop out to these 60 years, federal, cop out to these 60 years, or if you go to trial, we're going to give you life. Now, I want y'all to tell me how many of y'all is going to cop out to them 60 years. Now, I was a damn fool at 29 years old and copped out to 27 years in the Fed. That's what I copped out to, because had I went to trial, they was going to give me life. And for years, I would ask myself walking around that track, did I make the right decision by not going to trial? And when I reflected back on it, and I know the numbers and the conviction rate of what the Fed's doing to you in there, I think I did make the right decision taking them 27 years. But in a case like that, when they offering him numbers, because you got to think, this is a big case. Excuse me. This is a big case. So they're not going to just give him no 10, 15 years for this shit. They're going to try to either way, whether he go to trial and lose, or whether he cop out, he going to sit down for the rest of his life.
How much you think they're going to get a boy for testifying against him?
The nigga that's testifying against him right now.
He the one had the Draco. He the first one made contact with Dolph.
You try Nick Cornelia.
Yeah.
I would say the minimum a rat like that to get on the stand like that and he cooperating fully, you know, he give them all the information they want to know, he might end up with a light 7, 5. I don't see him getting nothing over 10.
Shit.
No. You think, watch this. If he get on that stand to plea like that, I mean, to just spill everything.
Man, he getting at least 50 years.
For all the snitching he doing?
They probably gonna offer him the death penalty. You got to think about it. That's a conspiracy to commit murder. That's a capital offense. I don't know if Tennessee got capital murder as they bylaws or something like that. But if Tennessee got capital murder, they can go for the death penalty for that type of act right there. Conspiracy to sit back and plot and kill somebody, that is capital murder.
It was definitely premeditated capital murder.
Right.
When you plot and plan to execute a murder, no matter what form it is, whether it's a robbery, whether it's a husband and wife, wacko situation, no matter what it is, a plot to blow up something, but you sit there and you strategize this shit, and you plan this shit and execute it. That's what constitutes the death penalty at that point.
Right.
That's capital murder right there.
Right. So, boom, we can give you the death penalty. But if you tell, we may just give you 60 years.
So now it's a matter of, I just want to live for the rest of my life in prison. That's basically what it is. It's a matter of, because I done seen dudes in that situation where they trying to give them the death penalty and niggas just fighting for life. You know if he get that life, he ain't gonna never ever get out of prison. He's gonna die in prison. He know that for a fact. But he's just fighting to get a life sentence, man.
Right.
He don't want them folk to stick that needle in his arm. Right. So he's trying to appeal and everything, and hopefully his shit can go through, and they're gonna drop it from the death sentence to the life sentence. But he know once he get that life sentence, it's over with.
I'm pretty sure this is how they set him down. They probably say, Cornelius, man, you know you the smallest guy on the totem pole here. We know you was used. We know you got a drug habit. You already done told us you was high on pills. You was a drug addict, and you only got $800. And we understand that you wasn't connected to Big Jook. We understand that Justin was the one that brought you into this situation. But you know you killed somebody, right? You know you're looking at the death penalty. Your daughter, you say you were trying to get your daughter something for her birthday. Do you want your daughter to see, do you ever want to see your daughter again? The same one you went out here and committed this crime for? I think it would be best for you to just tell us everything that happened so you can get home to that little girl. At least have an opportunity to get home to that little girl who you just risked your life for.
And those are definitely the mind games, fuck games that they play in there once you get into that interrogation room.
See, that's what they said to him. Now listen.
So he was the trigger man of Young Dolph.
Yeah, he the one had the Draco.
Yeah, Cornelius was the trigger man. Justin was the one on trial right now.
Right, Justin one came around with the pistol.
And for $800, man.
Right.
We talking 800 funk ass dollars. You took this man's life, man.
Right.
Back then, when you seen a hit go out, when they finally do get the hit, he be somewhat of a suitor, and he be somewhat of a player looking motherfucker. He don't really be no shabby looking motherfucker a whole lot of time.
Big Jook was playing mob games.
Exactly.
I'm gonna keep it 1,000. He was playing mob games.
He was trying to eliminate the competition.
And you basically fun to crash your whole family out on GP, on some bullshit. You feel me? To keep it 1,000. Me and you politicking, but he finna crash his brother out. So that's just like a nigga on the yard. If you got a homie that's your nigga and he finna do something foul to crash out the whole car, what you supposed to do with him?
Man, you got to cut that cancer. And what I mean cut that cancer is he can come infectious because what he do could affect everybody on this compound. Because you have crash dummy, what we call crash dummy homeboy. All gangs got them, all states got them, all city, whatever. Everybody got these motherfuckers in the feds. And you know what I'm saying? Sometimes they don't always be young dummies. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you'll meet a bunch of old ass niggas in the motherfucking fed that's running around stabbing up shit and slaying that iron, and you got to keep their old ass on the leash too. You know what I'm saying? So it's a day-to-day struggle. You have homies in your car like that. Like you always politicking. You know what I'm saying? That's what I tell people. I used to get tired of that shit. I might be sitting right there. I might be cooking me something at the microwave or something. I done worked out this morning and shit. Cooking me a little breakfast, some eggs and grits and sausage, you know what I'm saying? That's how we used to do it in the Fed. Not bragging on it or nothing. But I might be sitting up there. Next thing you know, they might say, hey, Red, man, you know we got a meeting. Man, we got a meeting on the rec field. You got to think, this in the 5th year, the 10th year might be it, the 15th year, going to the 20th year. I used to give me headaches going out there because a lot of times, sometimes when you're going out there in what they call politicking, let me explain that. That's just basically when your car or wherever you from, that's what they call a car, or your gang, whatever gang you in, Crips, Blood, Vice, Lord, G's, whatever, whenever y'all get together out there and y'all politicking about something that probably happened, y'all could be trying to stop a war. You know what I'm saying? Or it could be one of your little homies on old gambling debt and we trying to straighten it out. Or we trying to run his ass up for something he done for us running up a gambling debt, or a dude paperwork ain't right. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those politicking sessions be about that. Or one set might have, like, you know, Florida might have a disagreement with, you know what I'm saying, this person, and this person might have a disagreement. So the older heads, which is the shot callers, they come together and form these teams, you know what I'm saying? I mean, they come together and everybody listen to the shot caller. You know what I'm saying? And when I mean listen to him, he don't boss nobody around because all us men, that's not the purpose of a shot caller. A shot caller is almost like, he's like the brain, you know what I'm saying? You need somebody to think in them situations. Imagine if you got 10 dudes from Florida and we up in the mountains somewhere around a whole bunch of dudes from up north, you know what I'm saying, dudes or gang members somewhere, and we got a whole bunch of clowns out there. So we need a leader out there that can structure everybody and make sure it's done right. You know, everybody stay respectful, make sure everybody paperwork right, nobody ain't doing no goofy shit, and that's needed in there. Because imagine if you didn't have that structure, you didn't have that shot call.
You have a situation like you got going on right now.
Exactly. I remember about my 13th year, no, about my 10th year, one of my big homies walked up on me on the rec field and, you know, basically telling me, because I was damn near 40 at this time, and he was like, man, you know it's about your turn. And I was like, what the fuck you doing? He told me, like, man, you done been in here a long time. And that's how you don't become a shot caller because they vote you in. I done been a shot caller on the yard before. And they don't have no ceremony to vote you in for that. Usually, it's an older, seasoned dude that done been in a long time. He knows how to think. He's very respected. He don't have to be tough. Like shot callers, most of them ain't like the toughest dudes or the biggest, strongest, or nothing like that. They just can think and they can politic, as we say, and they can talk, and they have to be able to know how to move in certain situations. Like, I done heard dudes on the street when I say shot caller, nigga talking, nigga don't be no shot calling me. Yes, you is. It's only one shot caller. It ain't two shot callers. I don't care if it's 50 dudes. I don't care if it's 100 dudes. It's only going to be one shot caller. And like I said, that shot caller is not standing over niggas, putting down on niggas because dudes is men in there. But those men is respecting that shot caller's position. You know what I'm saying? They respecting that. You know what I'm saying?
How about when y'all was at Coleman, was it one shot caller for Florida?
Nah, man, that Coleman, man, we had about 5 shot callers, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Johnny Wallow, Jonathan Game, Bird, what's up? Yeah, man. We had a lot of shot callers at motherfucking Coleman, man. No, man, but for real, we really didn't have no shot call at Coleman. I want to say that. I'm going to say, if anything, we had more big homies at Coleman.
Right.
Because it was so many of us, you know what I'm saying? But never really just like that one person is the shot caller, no.
Yeah. So this situation right here that's going on with Dolph, that's somebody didn't listen to the shot caller.
Somebody didn't listen to the shot caller, man. And the shot caller can crash the car. And that's what Big Jook did. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say that again. Big Jook was the shot caller. And he very familiar with what a shot caller is because he done been to the Fed from my understanding. You know what I'm saying? He done walked them yards. And he got out here on the streets with that shit. But he crashed his car. You know what I'm saying? And that ain't the role that Big Jook played, that ain't the role of a shot caller. Because most shot callers, like I say, they can think. You know what I'm saying? They ain't the smartest motherfuckers in the world, but do you know how much brain energy you have to take to be able to manage and deal with 30 niggas under you, like not in no gang type shit, but it can be from Florida, me. It can be me. And I'm dealing with 50 niggas from Florida. I'm the shot caller. This nigga here half crazy over here that I got to deal with, my homie from nigga I grew up with. He half crazy. You got to watch him at all times because he liable to stab somebody. Then you got 3 little jitterbugs over here that just come in. All of them got life sentences. You know what I'm saying? You got to watch them. Then we got niggas that's running up gambling motherfucking debts. You know what I'm saying? And niggas running back to us telling us, hey man, dude came to me, man, and borrowed $300, man, and this and that, blah, blah, blah.
I'll pay your car note. I'll pay your jewelry note so you won't get repoed. You feel me? Whatever else you renting or leasing.
This Big Jook, y'all, Big Jook. Young Dolph, Big Jook.
Back on, I want 10% of what you make, nigga. I'm saving you in a crucial time, so don't think I'm trying to get over on you.
Well, look, that's crashing out, ain't it?
I want to get put out. That'll ruin your career.
See, Big Jook is a prime example in the prison sense of what you call a crash out shot caller, man. The shot caller done crashed out the car. Done crashed out the crew. This young Dolph trial is going on. You got this nigga Cornelius, the one who got paid the $800 to whack young Dolph, and then you got Justin that's on the stand going to trial. And many people like, what the hell he going to trial for all that evidence? Well, listen, it's either you going to cop out to 80 years and never get out of prison, or you going to go to trial and lose and get a life sentence, but at least you got a chance of some kind of appeal happening. The lawyers, prosecutors did some fucked up shit or something. You can always wake up to hopefully you can get some mail. You know, but 9 times out of 10, especially these days, when you make a plea, they make you say, definitely in the feds when you make a plea, they make you sign all kind of waivers and shit now, the way you can't even appeal certain shit. So always, listen, be very mindful, y'all. Listen, y'all copping out to this goddamn time in the Fed. When I first went 24 years ago in the Fed, it was a little different. Like you had a little wiggle room even if you did plea in the Feds. But not no more. They making you sign all kind of goddamn disclaimer that I can't do no 22 motherfucking 55s. I can't do none of that shit. Yeah. No. But yeah, man, Big Jook, man, crashed out the car, man. And you know, had he not been in the situation that he in now, you know what I'm saying, they probably would have indicted him. Ain't no question about that.
You think the Fed looking at Gotti?
Hopefully not. You know what I'm saying? Because I like Yo Gotti. But to keep it real, man, you know what I'm saying, you know, he better motherfucking keep his nose clean, man. Like, a lot of people, they
came out in court that the dude Cornelius, attorney fees got paid by a member of CMG.
Oh, man, that's squeaky, man. That's squeaky. And this is what the Fed do. I'm going to tell you what the Fed do. The Fed has the patience of Job. They will lay on your ass for years and years. They'll come out there as the garbage man and they'll collect your goddamn garbage and go to looking at receipts.
I think your boy gonna tell.
They'll dress up like garbage man and come and get your goddamn garbage just to get receipts. Or back in the days, that's how they was knocking niggas that had that motherfucking work. Is niggas was motherfucking they was unwrapping them bricks and putting that shit in the motherfucking glad bag just like you throw out trash and putting that shit out front. But they don't know that the Fed's watching, and the Fed was getting that and getting these wrapped up key wraps and shit where bitch done cut up keys or they done unwrapped the wrapper. Hey, and they was using that as evidence.
That nigga gonna tell.
Who gonna tell?
The nigga who going to trial?
It's too late for him to tell.
No, it ain't. Not to save his life.
Who is he gonna tell on? They already know. They got all the pieces to the puzzle. There's nobody for him to tell on.
But he had direct. See, he the only one that had direct contact with Big Jook.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. So basically, if he was a dirty motherfucker, right? If he really wanted to get grimy, he could pull that whole CMG shit in because he know, goddamn quite naturally, he would pay allegedly $100,000 to do the hit. You understand me? And he gave the dumb young boy Cornelius, the dope fiend, you know what I'm saying? The young nigga was talking about he killed somebody on his goddamn baby birthday. Sound he was lying like a motherfucker, but whatever, man. Do what you got to do. And they gave him $800 and he went and did it.
I'm just saying, they ain't wishing no hate. I'm just telling you, I know how this shit go.
I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? And
I know how this shit go, my nigga.
Look, always tell people, right? And we talking about the young Dolph trial was going on right now. You know, we talking about the Justin, the one that's on trial. Then you got Cornelius, the young dumb.
You got to think about what type of pressure this nigga under, man.
But I always tell people, man, you got to think is that when the federal government gets you, they usher you into a little room. And really the room ain't little, but it's going to feel goddamn small. I mean, well, really, the room is small, but it's going to feel big to you.
But he ain't federal yet. He's state.
But listen, they're going to usher his ass in there. They're going to get him in there. I'm finna agree with you saying.
Right.
They're going to get his ass in there. And when they go to laying that shit down to him and what they finna do to him and all that, the government break countries, man. So what they care about little Ray Ray, or little June June, or motherfucking Ronnie Redd down here on the corner down here? What the hell they come out getting me down there in the Interrogation room and all them bitches have on all black, all suit and tie. Them bitches look like Men in Black in there, like with the black shades. Some of them have, they have nice, they got them white boys be tall and big. You can tell they work out and they just be whispering to each other. They be staring at you and shit. They break countries, bro. They'll go over to goddamn Saudi or goddamn Iran somewhere and get a terrorist and waterboard his motherfucking ass, dog.
See, when
So what the hell you think they care about the common nigga on the hood? I mean, motherfucking niggas in the street. You got to be a man standing up to that shit. It's a difference between facing 5 years in the Fed and facing a life sentence. That's a big difference.
See, the thing about it, he got a state case in the state of Tennessee. So Tennessee can move to have him, so they can choose the death penalty.
Correct.
The feds may step in and say, look at me, we're working on a big case. And we need you to help, goddamn it, straighten this out for us.
And they'll definitely shake a nigga up with that.
Right. Now listen, these people talking about frying you. We can definitely step in and make sure you see your daughter again. And your mom.
Correct.
We just like to get a little information from you. And before you go to sentencing, we'll slip the judge a little letter and let him know that you cooperated, and this may save you.
Well, like I said, I think the young nigga Justin that's on the stand right now in the Young Dolph trial.
He gonna tell, dog.
I think that right now he ain't got no telling on his motherfucking mind.
Man, that nigga
now
that
young nigga that took them $800 for killing Young Dolph, Cornelius, the old goddamn Cornelius, dope fiend, little young ass nigga, thirsty as a motherfucker, running around Memphis. I'm talking about slobbing out the motherfucking mouth and killed that man for $800 and took that man away from his family, man. And the other nigga that's on the stand got the $100,000 and made a goddamn music video, some white ass, green ass motherfucking music video the next day, holding some money in his hand, jumping around in front of a rented motherfucking Lamborghini or something.
Hey man, they gonna learn, man. Anyway.
And that's the mind of a young nigga, a lot of them. Straight up. Like he did that, like he probably one of them young niggas that always, he probably been in the street active, but always wanted to be a rapper. It's a thin line between a shooter and a rapper now. These little motherfuckers killing and a little rapper, it's a thin line, all of them just goddamn same. But the motherfucker out there shooting, motherfucker out there shooting and killing and doing type of senseless shit. And then you took the man's life, like I said, you took the man's life over $800, man. That wasn't cool at all, man. I mean, I don't think it's worth nothing, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just getting older, man, you know what I'm saying? And just